Welcome back. It's been a while since we brought you a Swamp Watch, and tonight we've got one with all the greatest hits. Backroom deals, lavish lobbying, the revolving door, and big tech. The Defense Department's $10 billion contract, a.k.a. the Bezos bailout, is this week's Swamp Watch. In March 2017, then Defense Secretary Jim Mattis had dinner in London with someone called Teresa Carlson. She worked for Amazon, and her job was to sell Amazon Web Services to government entities. Around the same time, Pentagon officials with ties to Amazon also helped arrange other meetings for Ms. Carlson with General Mattis's chief of staff and other Pentagon officials. Why all this cozying up to the Department of Defense? Well, the DoD was putting together a cloud computing contract worth up to $10 billion, one of the largest government contracts in U.S. history. The program is called the Joint Enterprise Defense Infrastructure, or JEDI. Yes, really. Now, Amazon Web Services is the most profitable bit of Amazon. The money they make there is what allows them to enter and dominate other markets. So, giving such a massive contract to Amazon Web Services is effectively a taxpayer bailout for Jeff Bezos. So what went on in those meetings between Pentagon officials and Amazon Web Services? Well, a recent federal lawsuit by another company who wants the contract claims that Amazon secretly negotiated with a then DoD employee named Diep Ubi, offering him a job, stock options, and even a signing bonus to come and work for Amazon, all while he was working on the JEDI program. Unbelievably, Ubi did not even recuse himself when he allegedly received the offer, despite a government regulation that bans this exact kind of conflict of interest. But none of this is a surprise when you realize just how swampy Amazon is. Look how many senior executive branch officials, some of whom were literally responsible for procurement, recently left the government and spun round Amazon's revolving door. Not just Diep Ubi, but also Christine Halverson, Brandon Bouillet, Scott Render, Nishant Shah, Victor Gavin, Stephen Block, Rahul Prabhakar, Sean Arnwin. On and on it goes. And then there's the lobbying. Amazon spent $14.2 million on lobbying in 2018, all under the direction and guidance of President Obama's former spokesman, Jay Carney, who's now Amazon's head of public policy and communications. Oh, and the $14 million they spent on lobbying doesn't even include other swampy ways Amazon tries to influence our government. For example, while pushing for the JEDI contract, Amazon bought ads for its web services and placed them prominently in the DC Metro's Pentagon stop. Amazon has funded think tanks who've returned the favor by defending Amazon and promoting its messages, like the Lexington Institute, a defense think tank whose vice president has published no less than 9 op-eds in support of the JEDI contract. Amazingly, Lexington gets funding from Amazon, but not from any of its cloud computing rivals like Microsoft, Oracle, or IBM. Amazon, of course, somehow failed to disclose funding Lexington in its political transparency report earlier this year. Now, in the wake of the lawsuit on the alleged conflict of interest here, congressional leaders, including Senators Marco Rubio and Ron Johnson, along with various watchdog groups, are accusing the Department of Defense and Amazon of using the terms of the contract to conspire together and freeze out competitors using inside information to give Amazon a clear advantage. In response to all that, President Trump is demanding more information on the JEDI contract and is considering intervening. Quite right, too. Draining the swamp means stopping this contract. Now, some are trying to position this as political interference. The New York Times dredged up a former federal procurement official who said it would be improper for any president to influence the contracting process. Yeah, right. We should leave it to the bureaucrats who are constantly corrupted by lucrative job offers and other bribes from swamp big businesses. That is exactly how the swamp works. You scratch my back while you're a government official, and we'll take care of you when you leave. It's not just appropriate, but vital that the president kills this contract. And by the way, this is not about hitting back at Jeff Bezos or helping one of his rivals. I worked on this contracting issue myself in government. Giant monopolized contracts like this are bad policy. Putting all of our defense's cloud computing in one basket allows for far more corruption and security risks than dividing it up into multiple smaller contracts. That also produces competition among the contractors. incentivizing efficiency and innovation. But, of course, the swamp doesn't like efficiency and innovation. They like backroom deals and corruption. Mr. President, if you want to keep draining the swamp, don't let the Bezos bailout fill it back up.